It has been said on a number of occasions that Prince Harry is not the brightest bulb. And even our late monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, at that time said, if you remember, that Harry seems a little bit too in love. And if you also think about it, this is Harry, of course, who's been willingly given everything over to his wife and his mother-in-law, playing bag carrier, opening doors for these particular individuals. Now, some might say this is just Harry being, well, very much a loving husband and father, etc. And that's up to him. That's his choice. But what's fascinating is that you're now in the world of show business. It's not a royal world at all, even though they fake it up with those ridiculous fake royal tours and that sort of stuff. And what happens, as we saw, and I mentioned this before, with J-Lo and Bennifer and all of that sort of stuff, once egos take hold in a show business relationship, it's really to the death. And many people are now saying that Meghan has in fact secreted, well, thousands just in her own good. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time. You all right today? Thank you as ever for joining me. Yes, well, I think you were recovered, are we? Yes, well, we're now looking forward to New Year, aren't we? Do you have any very special things that you like to do at New Year? I don't know about you, I find that a moment of reflection. I think it's good to look back and kind of think about what you did wrong and maybe what you could change. We all have those things, don't we? You know, better health, better diet, you know, that soon falls apart, doesn't it? Normally about the 10th of January. I blame over here in the United Kingdom simply because it's so cold. Oh no, you know, you definitely want something more, don't you, like dumplings and stew, all those heartwarming meals, you know what I mean? You don't need, yes, that's the problem. And then, of course, you know, the diet's to pot, isn't it? Come spring, you're suddenly looking like Billy Bunter again. Well, I am. That's the problem. You know. Let's get back to your royal story of the day. This has caused, obviously, a lot of problems. That's right, Netflix Polo, executive produced by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. And this was going to be this big thing, and a total flop, absolute, you know, just ridiculously, you know, dull and boring. But again, what did they expect from two people that had never made television before? There was no vibrancy, there was no excitement, and a very elitist sport. But where it gets interesting is, as many people have not pointed out so far, and when you get to the nib of this by speaking to insiders at Netflix, it's quite simple. You see, Meghan is in charge of budgets and all that sort of stuff, as ever, allegedly. Their budget, you know? So basically, there's been very little promotion, as one can imagine, for Prince Harry's polo. Yes, you saw a trailer, but there were no sort of like bus shelter ads or posters or TV advertising. No. Why? Here's why. Quite simple. All that money has been secreted because they're saving it for Meghan's cookery show. I kid you not, 100%. Remember, you heard it here first. Here's where this gets interesting, you see. Do you remember with archetypes when they put up those huge posters in cities of Meghan, you know, moodily in black and white with no Nigerian hair, looking there forlornly saying, basically, you know, I'm here, come and listen to me. Well, of course, nobody did, but Meghan, being Meghan, just loved the fact that these posters were up and around. That's exactly what she wants for the cooking show, because she believes that this is their best chance of surviving and, more importantly, keeping that very lucrative deal. And that's the reason why there was so little money on the polo show and now going to be so much money, of course, behind the cooking show. And unlike, apparently, the former royal known as the Duke of Sussex, Prince Harry, Meghan is very keen to look at a very favourable sit-down chat with a late-night chat show host to promote this huge new endeavour once she gets it together. Either way, whether Harry felt that this wasn't a success simply down to the fact that, well, people didn't like it, well, you might want to look at your wife, Harry, because the bottom line is there was no promotion. You didn't do any television. There was no need, apparently. Who told you that, I wonder, right? And then the other side of it is now there's going to be plenty of money, well, at least far more money than your polo, to help Meghan simply rise to the boil. You buying it? News shown in the very heart of Kensington.